Man, I really want to promote my music. I just have no money. What am I going to do? Is that you? I know it's some of y'all. Listen, it's a happy time and it's a sad time, mix of emotions. Happy holidays, by the way. And us at Boost Collective, we want to get you some game. And by that I mean, we're going to show you guys how you can promote your music with little to no money at all. Let's get it. So we're going to show you strategies. We're going to show you tips, techniques, advice, hold on, and examples, 5 different things. We're gonna show you guys how you can take this to scale your 2020, build up your streams, and build up potential revenue. Ching ching. And that way you can save money too in your pocket. You know, you can buy your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your parents, your dog. You can buy a gift, or you can just invest it back in your business, because remember, your music is your business. Strategy numero uno, and that is the karma effect. What does that mean? You get what you give. Like a tug of war, you know, you give, you get, you give, you get. Listen, nobody's gonna give you the time of day or any kind of value if you aren't putting anything on the table as well, right? Like you show up to Thanksgiving dinner and you know that one cousin that comes, he doesn't bring anything, but then he's trying to take little plates at the end, trying to take it home with him. He's on his 3rd plate and the uncle has to tell him to stop. Yeah, you don't wanna be that guy. Remember, it's an exchange, like a market, it's an industry. If you go, you meet people, you give them something of value, you help them out, trust me, when it's time when you need it, you don't even need to message them. They're gonna do it automatically, man. So an example of this, let's say an artist posts a new track or they're promoting a new track. What you can do simply, just go on social media, like, share, comment. It's that simple. It costs exactly $0 to show some love. Boost Collective made a post about it. Check out our Instagram at Boost Collective. Now listen, when you do stuff like this, one, it's gonna help you on the algorithm. Next time when you post, it's gonna show up on their page. And also, they're gonna feel enticed to do the same for you. And if you out there liking, commenting, and showing some love, then when you make your posts, man, your engagement is gonna be off the hook. Let's say scenario, you meet an artist, he's just up and coming, you don't really know him, but you see he has a lot of promise. You're like, sure, why not? You network with him. You post one of his videos, or you like, you comment, you share on your story, you do whatever. And then 2 or 3 months pass, and then he's growing. He's like an upward slope of growth. It's next level. This guy's growing in terms of streams, likes, the whole 9 yards. And then you ask him, hey man, can you repost my video? Can you do X, Y, and Z for me? He's like, sure. You helped me when I was down, I'm helping you back up. And then he connects you with the producer who's also a music manager. And then you guys get some sort of connection going. And then next thing you know, you connect with other promoters. And then you're asked to do a blog interview by a blog. Check out Boost Blog if you haven't yet. And then next thing you know, the amount of people you know in the industry that are distributing your music organically and for free is boosting like crazy. So this is one of those things that you can't skip out, especially if you see your music as something that's legit, long-term, and your passion. Not to mention, networking is actually pretty fun. The amount of people you can meet and their styles and their music, it can actually influence your music, you know? And you get to see their come up, their background, and their hustle can make you want to hustle more and everything. Like the music industry is so beautiful in the way where the more people you meet, the better your music's gonna get, the more skills you obtain. And it's like the hunger you see is gonna push you up. You gotta do it, man. You're gonna like it, trust me. In 2019, rap of the decade, one could argue that Lil Tecca had one of the best years. And let me tell you something. Lil Tecca, he started off 100% on the internet. Soulja Boy, on the internet, getting streams, getting traction, networking with artists. That's how they began. If you see these guys can do it, you can definitely do it too. Now, if you just look at it, it actually makes a lot of sense why networking would work a lot. Because network, the net as in the amount of people out there available, are all working for you. It's not just the effort of one person, you know? And somebody said, don't know who it is, but a famous person said, I'd rather have 1% of the effort of 100 people than 100% of my own effort. Meaning that you can focus all your time, or the majority of your time at least, on making music, which is your passion. And then the network is gonna actually build itself. The one thing different about networking in the music industry is the culture. You get to meet different types of artists with different styles, different fashions, different music. Everything's so different. It's kind of like the most diverse type of networking. And everything you meet, every person you see, a little bit sticks with you. and you can kind of incorporate that in your own music. And it's a beautiful thing to see everyone else that's hungry and hustlers and are out there trying to eat it, man. Everybody's hungry. The music industry is great. So I think networking isn't even a chore. It's not like something like, oh man, I gotta go out and network today. It's like, man, I'm excited. Who can I meet today? Whose career can I propel? And who can propel my career as well? The music industry is not like all the other industries. And the fact that when you network, you're gonna meet so many various types of people. You're gonna have, even in the one genre of trap, there's house, EDM, it's crazy. And you'll be able to have different styles, different people, incorporate different sounds. And the more you hear, the more you're exposed. Obviously, the more your stats and your plays are gonna be, your likes as well. But you also have this great feeling knowing that you are surrounded by other hustlers, other people that's trying to take their craft to the next level, get their art heard, and share their passions and expression to the world. Now, on a fundamental level, networking makes a lot of sense. Just looking at it, your plays plus no traction equals say the same, but your plays plus a little bit traction grows up a bit. Your plays plus a lot of traction goes up a lot. Now listen, to get that kind of traction and exposure, other people need to be sharing and spreading your message. Because if you run it as a one-man show, self-sufficiency equals insufficiency. When you network, the other people you network with, such as other managers, promoters, bloggers, etc., they're out there and they're getting your music out there for you. So it's called network. It works for you. Now listen, when you see how it runs by testing it out a little bit, you're gonna wanna be out there because you're gonna literally see your plays increase without spending a dime. Just making sure you're out there building connections and giving out value, it's all gonna come back to you in the end. And to show you how far networking can actually get you, let's look at a big artist at the end of the decade who blew up like crazy, and that is Lil Tecca. Lil Tecca started off very small. I remember following him back when he only had 6,000. That was way back in 2017. But he's reaching out to others, he was showing love, he was getting other people to promote his things, he was networking, he was building something solid in the music community. So when he wanted to actually drop a banger, everybody's ready for him. So you could be just like Lil Tecca. I know you have good music out there. All you gotta do is build up the connections and your good music will work on itself. You do your part and then music will take care of the rest. And since you don't wanna be out there every single day networking, liking, commenting like some sort of robot, you gotta have a network. Birds of a feather flock together. When you're an eagle, you don't wanna be hanging out with chickens. So when you network in the music industry, you see other people that have the grind, that have the work ethic, that push you forward. It's a community and it's a beautiful thing. The feeling I get from being with other artists and other producers and just intermingling with them, knowing that they have the same passion for music that I do, man, I can tell you it's the best feeling in the world. I just hop on social media and I chat with them and it's just, I feel so fulfilled, man. It's crazy, you know? Seeing your passion everywhere, that's just a highlight of my life, highlight of my career. And when you network, you're gonna get that same thing. Trust me, and I urge you to kind of break past the comfort level. Not only in a music and business standpoint, but also build long-time connections in the music industry. It's gonna improve your life like crazy, man. The fundamental rule of life is you get what you give. The world is not so crazy of a place that is gonna reward a bunch of undeserving people, meaning that you gotta be giving out value to get value. And it makes sense, and it's a good thing. And this is why. Some artists, they come by day, leave by night. They're not in the industry for the long haul. They don't have the passion, the drive that you have. And for that reason, they don't stick around. But I tell you, the tenacity, sticking to it, networking, meeting people is gonna propel your career. Why? Because you can meet somebody, they grow up a bit, they get a little bit of clout. Next thing you know, that same person has many more connections. Hit them up, be like, hey, do you know so-and-so? Then they bring you into a whole different level in the industry. Or you can do the same for your brother. Your brother's making music, and then you meet new people, then you put them on. They work on some projects, and everybody eats. It's not like a crazy jungle where it's all man for himself. You gotta be competitive, but at the same time, it's a team effort. It's a collective. Post collective. We gotta make sure that we're helping our brothers and that everything can go great for everybody. The more we earn, the more we give. The more we give, the more we earn. That's networking, baby. That's how you get free promotion. Now, what does it mean to promote exactly? Well, you can ask 20 people, you get 20 different answers.
But the one thing that's always in common, no matter what kind of promotion, is that other people are checking your stuff. It's that simple. If other people are showing your stuff, then clearly the people who you guys aren't mutually connected with are gonna be able to see that stuff as well. That's why when you network and they like, comment, share your stuff, the algorithms of all social media platforms are gonna boost it further. That's why the more you network, the more people are gonna individually see it. And then the more fans, then they're gonna repost it, they're gonna be hype on their stories and everything is gonna be great. A lot of free promotion. Imagine promotion is real estate. You don't wanna have just one big residential building. You wanna have houses all over Nevada, Atlanta, New York. It's a great thing. Same thing with fans. Think about that, okay? Your fans and people that you have in your network, you want them to outreach themselves, and the promotion is gonna work on itself to do more promotions. And that's why it doesn't cost very much money, because a lot of the money is time equity. You're putting in those long hours grinding at the beginning, but as it grows, it becomes easier and gives you more time to focus on what you do best, making music as an artist. So I want you to think about that. Picture this. You wake up in the morning, feeling good, you're feeling great. You're gonna hit the studio, you're gonna make some really nice music. And so as you're mixing, mastering, adding samples, just making beautiful music, you finally finish the product and you're ready to promote it. But little problem, you have no idea what you're doing. Well, I say little problem because it really is little problem. As long as you have a decently sized network and you're able to use it, you'll be able to promote your music far beyond what you could have even conceived earlier, because your network is gonna be liking, commenting, and showing some love on your posts, and that's gonna organically show it to your friends as well. So the main thing is, as long as you're able to get really nice connections with bloggers, promoters, and even other artists, you'll be able to have the nice stability to propel your career to next level heights. Thank you so much for tuning in. But most importantly, you gotta thank yourself, because all this isn't necessarily for the artist. As long as you're able to implement these techniques and being able to market your audio and your music and everything, you'll be able to grow like crazy. So if you wanna get more information, check out Boost Collective on Instagram and our Facebook page, and also our blog, because our blog has in-depth techniques and strategies on how to make your artistry grow to the next level, next decade. So do yourself a favor, check out the blog.